Alrighty, we got Arc Raiders is absolutely sublime from your boy Jack Frags. Okay, so what's going on with this new game, Arc Raiders?
It's not that often I can say that a game has sunk its teeth into me as much as Arc Raiders did. Recently, they had a tech test for the game lasting a few days that has now sadly ended. And whilst I
Mm-hmm.
realise that the honeymoon phase is still definitely in full swing, I can't help but feel like Embark Studios, who created the game, are onto something special here.
Oh, Embark. What else did Embark make? Didn't they make let me see. Embark Studios makes what games? Why have I heard that before? Embarks is a game development company primarily focused on FPS. Their most prominent projects are the Finals, Arc Raiders, both free-to-play titles. Oh, okay. Oh, they made the Finals. I like the Finals. I think the Finals is good. Okay.
They actually put effort in, and it shows. The game was originally announced in 2021 as a free-to-play PvE shooter, set to release in 2022.
with knowing that they also made the Finals, it's understandable to see that like all these like little animations are like kind of similar to Finals.
It was then delayed so the studio could focus on their other game at the time, the final.
Or wait, I'm trying to think because wasn't Embark wasn't there like some of those developers, didn't they come from Battlefield? That's why you have like the whole building destruction thing going on in the Finals. So knowing that they did the Finals with that kind of environment, I would assume this is like a gigantic version of the Finals in that, there's probably going to be like, well, maybe like some aspect of like building destruction, maybe.
Before revealing in May 2023 that Arc Raiders will now evolve
Yeah,
into
that's the literal. That's not literally the same. That's about the same vibe as the jump pad in Finals. It's just like whoop, and it just shoots you out.
a PvPvE extraction game and become a premium product.
Oh, oh. See, that's the part where I didn't know the extraction. So this is just the Finals extraction shooter. Oh,
Release date TBA. Since then, the game has been extensively developed, tested, and iterated on with the community. The earliest I personally played the game was June 2023 in a closed alpha playtest. There was a Discord server set up too for providing feedback on the game and chatting with the developers. Simply put, they've been cooking and not rushing it either, letting people play what they created early, taking feedback on it, iterating, trying
okay.
again and again and again. As of
Well, so knowing that they've gone through the whole rigmarole of trial and error, I mean that's good to know. I don't know. Maybe this could be the first extraction shooter game that I like.
today, we still don't know a release date. 2025 is all we've got. I imagine at this point, October, November is looking likely. The recent playtest was quite limited in terms of access, although it did feature Xbox and PS5, which was nice for those guys, and on Steam, the maximum peak player count hit 21,000 players.
Oh.
And I'm sure that all of that provided invaluable data for the dev team. But why has it left such an impression, and why has there been so much buzz about it? Let's get the elephant out of the room first. It's an extraction game. Some love them, some hate them. Obviously, there's a big market out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too fond of extraction shooters. Not after I saw that video, the wiggle that killed Tarkov. Like the extraction shooters are just rife with uh, provoking like the bringing on of cheaters and whatnot. With walls, I mean, and well, it's not like extraction shooters are like anything special. I mean, every FPS, every shooting game has like cheaters in them, and it's always like a constant cat and mouse game of I make the new cheats, I use the new cheats, and then they get me, and then okay, now I have to make new cheats, and then they get me, and then I make the new cheats, and then they get me, and it's a revolving door of cheating and getting.
there. And I think especially for consoles spare Hunt Showdown, there really hasn't been many excellent examples. No one has managed to crack that market and hang on to it as much as Escape from Tarkov has,
Yeah.
which is definitely showing its age nowadays, but Ark Raiders could be the answer to that.
Could
How
be.
though?
Oh, you could slide. Oh wait, you could slide in what do you call it? In finals, couldn't you? Or no, am I wrong? I mean that's fine, but like I like the game engine of the finals. I think it's fantastic. I like all the little knickknacks, all the little grenade types, all the gadgets. They probably implemented a lot of the same gadgets, just like different. They put a different skin over them or whatever. um, it's a great version of like rock paper scissors with all the gadgets and like the light, medium, heavy. Maybe they have some sort of similar thing in this game with that. I mean, I'm not sure, but like extraction shooters are just so like niche. You got like arena FPS. What else? You have like TAC FPS. You have battle royale, and then you have extraction shooter. I mean, there's 4 categories. I mean, and then there's like single player shooters, roguelikes, blah blah blah, which is fine and dandy. But still, I'm just like, ugh.
Well, the first thing that strikes me about this game is the quality of it and how well it nails the fundamentals before building an extraction game on top. What I mean by that is that I load it up and most stuff looks and feels like I expect it to, and it consistently hits a high bar. We'll start with the graphics, the thing that you're looking at 100% of the time. The presentation here is incredible. Embark have somehow got an Unreal Engine 5 game with massive maps to not only...
Did that guy just dolphin dive? So you have sliding and you have dolphin diving. That's actually pretty cool. Wait, well, I don't know if a player did that or an NPC did that.
look graphically impressive, but perform excellently at the same time. Players on older spec PC systems were pleasantly surprised when they could run the game on high settings at a smooth frame rate and not get that typical stuttering that they were used to on other Unreal Engine 5 games. Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So the game, that already sets it like leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of other games in terms of like optimization, because that's like a big factor that everybody likes, especially in FPS, because as we all know, in FPS, what does everybody do in FPS? Well, they turn all of their graphics down to the lowest sense or the lowest setting, and then they turn their player characters up, like the details of them all the way up, in order to get like good contrast and target site acquisition. Like, not gonna lie, like the sparks and the shit, it looks cool, very graphically enticing. It looks awesome, but if there's an option to turn this off, you bet your sweet bippy that most people are gonna turn that off. Well, I don't even know if it's most, but like that 60 to like 80th percentile of players, they're turning that shit off.
Yes, I feel like they have some issues with level of detail and popping on some of the rocks and foliage, etc. But majority of the time, I think this game looks amazing.
Yeah.
The lighting, the vibes, you feel like you're entering a fleshed out alternative universe version of Earth that's truly been ravaged for...
And I like all of this like smoke, because this is kind of indicative of like the finals smoke, with like it coming in contact and like morphing to the environment around it. Very cool over here. But like FPS, well, not even FPS, because it's a third person. It's third person FPS or third person shooter. Good looking. Like, calling a shooting game good looking when you have like a PvEBP aspect to it, it's kind of like redundant.
Centuries by horrific arc killing machine robots. The audio design too, impeccable, chef's kiss. There's some deep atmospheric and ambient sound systems happening.
So I will say this. If the sound, like just overall, is just good, the thing that is going to make or break it are the footsteps. Are the footsteps accurate? That's what's going to matter. Like, I mean, it's fine if it's got like good music. I mean, I don't really play extraction shooters, but like Is there music in there? I mean, I'm not entirely sure. The ambiance, the immersivity, is that feel good? But also the footsteps, because I can't tell you how many times I've heard people complain every which way, north, south, east, west, about footsteps, upwards, downwards, uphill, downhill, both ways.
All the time. The sound of distant gunshots, the weird noises that the bad guys make. I couldn't fault it. The animations are very impressive too. With this being a third-person game, they get a real opportunity to show off these systems, most notably with how the characters move and traverse the environments. Extra little details when you begin to sprint.
Traverse the environment, aka just get on top of a roof as fast as you can. um I think it's good that the game has like really good animations, because I mean, I don't know like what the time to kill is in this game. Is it longer or shorter? I'm not entirely sure, but if it does skew on the longer side, and you can have like a little bit of like a little AD strafing spam gunfight type of deal, I think that's good, you know, because it opens up it opens up players to have a little bit of counterplay. You don't just like instantly die from like out of nowhere.
Higher out, slide, climb up railings and walls, spraining your ankle when you take a bad fall. It all adds to the game feeling natural and believable. Physics plays a big part of this too, not just for your character, but also the enemies that you fight. Drones spiraling out of control, but attempting to still fly despite losing an engine or two. And going back to what I mentioned about the fundamentals, the input and response time of this game is excellent. For the most part, the guy I'm controlling does what I want him to in an intuitive manner. When I'm in fights with people, I don't feel like I'm also fighting my keyboard or the game engine at the same time. I'm not noticing any perceptible input lag. I can move, crouch, roll, aim and track efficiently, and this led to some excellent and satisfying fights with other players and squads where I did feel skill was involved, and even death was satisfying if I had a good scrap with someone who bested me. The movement in general, very fluid, getting around the environments, clambering over the rooftops at pace. There's a surprising amount of detail in, I guess, what you would call a parkour system here. You think it will work?
Ooh, if it's got a parkour system, that is very cool. Let's see, now you're starting to entice me more, Embark.
You action it, and most of the time, it does. So that's the first major win for Arc Raiders. For me, they've nailed the fundamentals. It looks good, sounds good, it runs well, it feels good to shoot and move. Many games do not put that stuff first, and when you play a game that does, the difference is striking. Another major reason I think this game will be popular is that you don't have to play it like a typical extraction game, and it can still be really fun. I'm guessing this will be a huge positive note for solo players especially.
Well, if you're playing an extraction shooter and you're not gonna play it like an extraction shooter, why are you playing an extraction shooter? Just go play a different game. I mean, it's nice that they do something like that, but I'm still struggling to understand, like, just period.
I was having experiences where I would load into a raid with a specific quest or a mission, usually solo, and just get lost in the world, the ambience, doing my own thing, kind of like a single player game in a way. If I was stealthy and careful, I could avoid the AI. I could avoid other players. I didn't have to run towards the red flares in the sky when a player got knocked. I just ignored them and did my own thing. Got to my quest location, looted a specific cupboard or melee killed a specific bot that I needed, stole the components, snuck out, made my way to an extraction, and I got out of there, mission complete. The best part about this too is that if you play solo, the game prioritizes matching you with other solo players. For some
Oh, okay. I actually like that. That puts this matchmaking system leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of other matchmaking systems. But I've never seen a good matchmaking system in all of my years of playing like FPS. There's always something wrong with it. It's just this one hasn't reared its ugly head yet.
reason, many other contemporary games don't do this, and they don't think about the vast amount of gamers out there who want to or have to play solo for whatever reason. And the game design in some of these other titles falls apart because they weren't building the game with the intention of that in the first place. And in these solo rounds, because of systems like proximity chat in Arc Raiders, when I ran into other real players.
So wait, the game has proximity chat, but whatever the mode is for solos. So this game actively encourages you to just, it's like anti-friends. Like, don't make friends in this game. Just all solo. That's pretty cool.
I could often talk to them and de-escalate a potential bloodbath. This is cool, this is different, and it can lead to some amazing emergent gameplay opportunities. Yeah, sometimes they betrayed me and I might have betrayed them once or twice, but
I haven't really played any extraction shooters, but like, I don't know what like the common etiquette thing is in extraction shooters. Like, are you like trying to avoid conflict at all costs, or just kill them all, loot them later, or something? I don't know what like the vibe is for extraction shooters.
most of the time, if I started speaking to someone, they spoke back and didn't shoot, we had a conversation. Sometimes it led to a gunfight, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes I'd go on to extract with that person or share loot, or pick up another raider on the way. Other times when we were playing in trios, we were asking nearby players on proximity chat to come and help us attempt to take down the Queen, which is this horrible giant boss AI. Yeah, it doesn't always work, and you know what, some days I just feel like shooting everyone on sight too, but the option and opportunity is there if you want to explore it. Another very important way that this game differs from most extraction games is with your progression. Yes, it's the same in the way that if you die while in a match, you will lose everything in your backpack and any guns that you were carrying on your person. And yes, there is a safe box with like 2 to 3 spaces where if you die, any loot in there is safe and guaranteed to come with you. So
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm still like in the weeds for like how the inventory and item system works in this game. Well, any extraction shooter really. I know it's all about like get items, and then extract with them so you can do another mission with better items. But you can also lose those items.
So you would want to put your highly valuable items or rare quest gear in there, but, and this is a big but, there is also an overarching stat system in the back end, pun intended, that does not get reset if you die, and is instead based on XP you're earning in a match.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Got your little skill tree. Ooh, and it's gonna be looking kind of big and juicy. It's almost, I mean, we need a couple more branches, but like, I'm getting like Path of Exile vibes. I mean, it just needs, like I said, more branches, more branches.
And that could be earned by...
But also conversely, it's a shooting game. How much can you actually break down the mechanics of a shooting game? Well, I can think of a couple games that have done that. Break down every single solitary aspect of shooting games. Look at Call of Duty. Look at Warframe. Look at any shooting game roguelike.
By doing objectives, searching loot, exploring, fighting, whatever. You can then level up various stats of your player using that XP here that, as far as I know, are permanent. And this means that, let's say you have an incredible game where you take down a big robot boss, you kill 12 players, discover the site of the Holy Grail, and almost extract at 29 minutes, but you get gunned down. Even if you die and lose all of your loot in that situation, the XP that you gained from all of those actions can be spent on this stat screen to, let's say, level up your endurance by 1%. It wasn't all for nothing, basically, which is one of the big reasons that a lot of players are turned off by extraction games, as they feel like they waste a lot of time. Maybe they were killed by a random sniper shot, not even aimed at them, or a jet engine fell on their head. It's okay, you've still got something out of it and you can build progress.
So what's the end game progress thing for like a game like this? Just fill out the tree? I mean, because if that's the case, well then why not just get good with like using white guns or whatever, if the understanding is that you could potentially just lose all your gear at any point. I mean, I don't know like what happens when you lose all your gear. Is there like a default loadout you get with like white items or whatever, and you're just simply mushed to the bottom of the, I don't know, the barrel of this game? You gotta work your way back up.
I don't know what Embark's plan is for this long term though, if they intend to do wipes for the quests or maybe reset all of these personal stats after a season or whatever. We'll have to see. Could end up being
Ugh. Seasons. Extraction shooter in seasons. Ugh.
very divisive in the community, whatever route they go for, but right now I'm on board with how they're working this system. Next, we're going to talk about the AI. AI in this game are no joke. There's a ton of variety, they have weak spots, they work together and are genuinely scary at times. They react quickly to you and mess you up if you take them for granted. During the recent playtest, we ended up in many situations where we started a fight against another player squad. The noise from that brought other squads over, then a load of AI drones would show up.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. I mean, it's a an extraction shooter, so there's probably going to be some aspects of battle royale-ness and third partying. You know, two parties are like fighting off against each other, and then here comes a third party to like just rein in on the fun, and they kill one squad, and that squad is like, oh, fuck, this game sucks. We got double teamed, and you know, then these guys are fighting those guys, and then another third party comes, and it's just third party on third party on third party, and it's like, ugh.
Maybe they start shocking you, making noise, putting a red spotlight on you, so you have to try and take those out too while fighting other players. They give away your position, they call in bigger, scarier drones like the Rocketeer. You run away, you turn a corner, and you run into a Bastion, which is a giant tick with a minigun that instantly beams you. You can do awesome stuff like throwing lures at enemy teams to send AI in their direction while you escape. Thinking back, I was killed by the AI directly and indirectly on many occasions. There's also huge boss creatures like the aforementioned Queen here, which required a lot of damage, almost like little Destiny raid bosses. This thing—
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I do like that idea. Fighting like a big boss, but also trying to convince other players to like help you kill the boss.
Has got multiple attacks. It can beam you from miles away. It can set fire to you and the ground around you. It can launch incendiary mortars at you. It can crush you. It can machine gun you down in a quick blast. It's not to be trifled with, but if you can take it down, which is quite difficult, the loot and resources are aplenty.
Okay, watch this.
That's cool.
Oh, I just realized you lost your sniper, didn't you?
It's scared of you, Tom. Okay, maybe not.
So then it does that and then electrocutes me while I'm down. Oh my god, it killed me so quick.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, shit!
It's coming for you.
God!
I died instantly.
Can that thing get inside a building?
I regret everything.
Oh my god, dude.
This is really cool related to the AI too. A viewer called Josh T emailed me this article from Medium in 2020.
How we overhauled our animation workflow with machine learning, teaching physically based AI agents to walk on their own instead of animating movement. Oh, so Embark is no stranger to using AI. They used AI voice actors for the crowd sounds, and I think the announcer as well in the finals, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong, but like from what it seems as from this, I'm just like, people are becoming more and more accepting of AI, so long as it's not like, you know, completely like leaned on and bastardized.
21, where Embark were talking about how they were using machine learning to create some of the AI in the game. If this is actually used in the current Arc Raiders build, it appears that some, if not all, of the AI enemies in the game are not scripted in the typical video
I learned to walk on my own.
game sense. Looking at the article, quote, a self-taught physics-based creature
I died 60,000 times to get there.
moving and reacting to its surroundings, attempting to balance itself and try to continue to move even when you throw stuff at it or take away a limb, just like you would expect it to. So perhaps that's one of the reasons why the AI in this game feels so believable and unpredictable. There's a high chance that they taught themselves how to exist in this virtual world. So it looks like there might be a huge element of self-taught machine learning thrown in there for good measure. And also, because this used to be a PvE game, I'd wager that Embark brought a lot of that work over to the now PvPv.
What is this, like a toy filter with the lens? Oh my god, it's just getting pelted by like marbles and blocks and the little spider robot. Anytime I see like AI robots, they're always getting shit thrown at them or just getting kicked on.
E version of the game. Fighting the AI is fun, interesting. It can have a big impact on the outcome of your game. It's not just an annoyance. I'm going to start wrapping things up here because I could talk for ages about this, but another thing I wanted to
Oh, look. The little, what do you call it? The little zip line that was in the finals.
mention was that despite its simplicity on the surface, there's a surprising amount of depth and detail in the gameplay. Simple stuff like rolling when you land to not take damage, being able to climb on almost everything including robots,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
tricking people, throwing things that you find in game. There's so many items to use and things that you can do to experiment and outplay people. The physics engine definitely coming in clutch there for sure. There's a lot of simulation here. Overall, it's a very strong first impression from me. They've nailed the fundamentals, and I think the game is fun and addictive. I like the PvP, the PvE.
Yeah, just looking at this image right here, this is like really good looking.
The world, the progression. I want to play this game again. But look, I don't know. Whenever Arc Raiders launches, maybe it'll be super laggy and run like crap.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be infested with cheaters. Maybe.
Probably. Since we all know it's like made with the same engine that Embark used to make the finals, I mean, it's probably some sort of overlap. So, I mean, I don't know how cheat engines work or whatever. I just know they're like super complicated, or maybe not. I don't know. But like, yeah, there's probably going to be cheaters.
Maybe there'll only be 3 maps and an awful live service. Maybe they'll put pay to win stuff in. Maybe the fact that it's only got third person will harm it in the long run. I don't know. I'm not sure. Time is going to tell on that stuff. And wait and see before you personally spend any money on it. I guess there's going to be an open beta in the future at some point, so perhaps check it out then. But I think there could be something special here. To me, it feels like an actual quality PvPvE game in 2025. It's up to Embark to carry it over the line now. That's all for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts on Arc Raiders below, regardless if you've played it or not. Just a heads up, I am away all of next week, so videos are going to be light. There's a couple I've almost finished editing, but I might not have time. I do, however, have a Doom the Dark Ages video going up when the embargo drops on Tuesday, so watch out for that. With that said, drop me a like if you enjoyed the video, guys, a dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
All right. I mean, so knowing that that game was made by Embark and it's the same vibe as the finals, I like the core ideas and I like the gameplay, but just the concept of extraction shooters are just so like that's so off-putting to me. I do like the little branches for like the overarching progression system, so that when you die, like, you don't feel like you lost everything, which is pretty cool. I don't know, maybe I could play it, give it a shot. It could be the first extraction shooter to sway my mind, but I don't know, we'll see. Overall, very cool video. Keep it up, man. Baller. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.